Hi. So I'm planning to do weekly vlogs. It's a weekly diary because I want to practice speaking, and also it's really just a reflection for myself. I can look back at the videos, and I'm trying to do no edits because I've been meaning to do this for a while because one of my creative coaches started this weekly vlogs since the beginning of 2024, and today is the 4th of November 2024. So I asked her, should I start in 2025? And I felt that it's gonna be a lot of pressure for me to start like in January. Woo, new me, new project kind of thing. So I thought, why don't I start in November? And so I've got about 8 weeks to go before the end of the year. And if I enjoy it, I can do it, enough energy, find my rhythm, then I can continue. I'm not planning to promote this or anything. It's just really for me. But if you so happen to be here, welcome. So what my plan is to, at the moment anyway, to reflect what I did last week, what I learned, and maybe what I'm figuring out. So last week was half term, school half term. So I'm really grateful for the weather. It was actually really good. And I took my son to the zoo with some of his friends, hosted a Beyblade battle evening with his friends, and we went to watch the movies. And I was really grateful that I was able to still see patients as well. And I feel that my husband and I have gotten a bit better in terms of our collaboration, working together, making sure we both have our time to work, and we both take on the parenting responsibility. So I'm grateful for that. And last week also was trick-or-treating, Halloween, which was fun. I didn't dress up this year, not really a big dressing up thing, but I took my son out with his friends, and again grateful for the good weather. We've been quite lucky. I mean, the sun, we do have glimpses of sun. The most important thing is dry. We've had raining, lots of rain during, I think 2 years ago, was it last year or 2 years ago? 2 years ago, one Halloween night, my husband was away in South Africa for some work, and it was pouring rain, and my son, I don't know, it was quite stressful getting out of the house, and my son was really excited, and he was rushing me, and I just completely forgot to bring my keys, and I slammed the door. So it would have turned into a proper nightmare because we couldn't get into our house or into our flat. But luckily, the estate agent had a spare key, and it was, I called them before they closed, so we were very lucky, very, very lucky. What else did I do? Oh, I am really grateful for hitting my protein goals because I'm starting fitness coaching soon, in a couple of weeks' time, because I am going to have my first tattoo done in a couple of days' time, and I'm not supposed to work out for at least 10 days. So I'm going to start with my fitness coach in a couple of weeks, and she wanted to make sure I'm eating enough, and I'm glad I am eating enough, because before I was worried that I was not eating enough. But I'm glad I'm hitting my protein goals really well, actually. So I'm really grateful. What else? Okay, so what did I learn? What I learned is I had a call with my creative coach, and the talk about doing this weekly diary came up. But also she mentioned, I realized when she said, whenever you're ready, and I realized no one really can tell you you're ready except yourself, and you'll never be ready. I know I will never be ready, but I think once I made the decision, then I would do it. I will make the decision. It's just committing to the decision, and then just figuring things out, because I can plan as much as I can, and all I need is just this phone. I got my headphones, and I can just upload onto YouTube. Really, no edits. I know I'm very tempted to press the stop button to make it perfect, but my aim is to not edit and just get better at speaking, get better at slowing down and enunciating my words, because I tend to go very fast when I am nervous, when I'm excited, and also when I talk with my doctor hat on, very automatic mode. So this is just to share my experience, share my, I don't know, my being human, if you like. And also, where did I remember reading, seeing this, another coach, teaching how to be more visible, is basically like creating your own platform, creating your own speaking platform. I enjoy teaching, I enjoy speaking, so how can I get more of that? Is just creating my own platform. So this is my way of doing more to improve. And as well as I dressed up today as well. I dressed up, so might as well maximize the look, if you like. Maximize the look. I don't really normally wear makeup and don't normally dress up. So if I can, I will dress up and I will do the video. Oh, one thing I also learned last week was I listened to this podcast with Mel Robbins and I think Arlo Arthur. She's a deaf doula, and to be honest, I cried almost the whole podcast. It was an hour podcast, and she spoke a lot about how we think about and plan our death, prepare for our death, will really give us insight and reflections on how we want to live and what is important to us. And it really got me thinking, especially since my dad recently had a bypass surgery. He's recovering now. It's elective surgery, but it was a real shock to everybody in the family, because he was just one of the fittest 74-year-old men you will ever meet. And so it really got me thinking and about what I want to leave behind, if whenever my time comes. And one of the things I know I want to share is my experience, my stories, definitely a lot of stories. And I mean, sometimes actually many times, my I don't know, my perfectionist or my critical mindset, other people have shared that kind of story, it's not important. And so I'm allowing that voice to come up, because I know suppressing it is just going to make her self-sabotage myself, really. So I'm letting her come up. I'll listen to her, and I will let her have a seat at my table. But I will be the boss. I will be the boss and lead the way, especially till my deathbed now, really, being 46. So I think that's what also instigated me to be ready now, because anything can happen. Anything can happen. Like, you probably hear the knocking in the background. They're doing some work in our communal garden, and it's noisy. So I'm having to fit in video timing while while we have beautiful natural light. So what I'm trying to figure out is when to move. We live in a very small apartment. We moved here in 2018 when we moved back from Bali to London. And at the time, we funds were low, because we lived out in Bali for about almost 2 years, and I wasn't fully working full time at that time. So funds were low, so it was trying to rebuild, and we found a beautiful, a small apartment, but it was beautiful in the sense because it was really near lots of parks, and we have a big communal garden, and we've been really blessed to have really wonderful neighbors. My son, had plenty of play dates in the backyard, and lots of laughter, and it's been great. And I feel it's time to move on, really. And so the question now is thinking of where to move to. Actually, we know where to move to, or around where we want to move to, because closer to my son's secondary school. But the type of place that we want to get. No, definitely a bigger place. I don't mind an apartment. I just want lots of windows and lots of natural light. My son has requested, he wants a minimum two floor house. Even though it's, I know a lot of houses in London is small, but it's just, he wants a house, really. And it's a bit make it homely. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, really. So, the knocking in the background. I think my lunch is getting ready as well. And I'm coming up to 10 minutes. So I think this is pretty good for my first attempt. Yeah, so I haven't come up with a nervous rush or anything. Yeah, so if you've watched this until the end, thank you for staying. And but I will show up for myself every week, and yeah, I will see you then. Hope no, yeah, okay. I should should do that. So no intro, no outro, but I sure because it's so weird. Since like okay, bye. Anyway, stop faffing about. Stop faffing about. Anyway, so hopefully, yeah, whatever I shared today, you take. But do listen to that podcast by Mel Robbins and Arlo. I think Arlo Arthur, but the Deaf Doula is really, really, really good. And hopefully, you have a wonderful week ahead. I'll speak to you later. Bye.